being a spiritual warrior. Following Jesus' example. The goal, following Jesus' example, is the devil has left you. And angels minister to you. So, what does it take to follow Jesus' example so that the devil has left you and angels minister to you? What does it take to get that result? And I believe the answer is given by Jesus when he says the two greatest commandments: to love God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and love your neighbor the same as you love yourself. Any attack by the devil basically attacks the greatest commandments. Make it very simple. Jesus makes it very simple to be a spiritual warrior. 2 techniques: love God with all your heart, mind, and soul. Love your neighbor the same as you love yourself. Satan has to attack you, your love for God, or attack your love for your neighbor. If you overcome those 2 things, then the devil has no choice but to retreat. The whole Bible is full of people who love God and love their neighbor, or they don't love God and they don't love their neighbor. To be a spiritual warrior, you have to use the right technique. As a martial artist, you use the right technique, you win the fight. The right technique is the 2 greatest commandments: love God with all your heart, mind, and soul, and love your neighbor the same as you love yourself. There's nothing that anyone can do if you love God. There's nothing anyone can do if you love your neighbor because you love God. If you find that you're having difficulty as a spiritual warrior in spiritual warfare, it's because you're not using the right techniques. The right techniques is following God's commandments. I believe that as a martial artist, that there's a purpose behind being a martial artist. When a criminal, someone who commits a crime, does something wrong, there's someone who's supposed to catch that criminal, bring that criminal to justice. Whatever method is used to bring that criminal to justice requires technique. You have to be some kind of martial artist to go to war with that criminal, to bring that criminal to justice. And it's not a justice that comes after you die. It's a justice that comes immediately in life. And so I believe in rewards in life, and I believe in punishments in life as a martial artist, as a spiritual warrior. Spiritual warfare is, in my opinion, a martial art form. I'm a mixed martial artist, and spiritual warfare is one of the techniques that I use with mixed martial arts. So some use taekwondo, boxing, wrestling, and I use spiritual warfare also. I'm also a spiritual warrior. So I use physical and spiritual techniques